Hello, Bond fans. And if the thumbnail didn't give it away, today we are talking about Blackwell Rum, but specifically their 007 limited edition dark rum. But I didn't want to do this alone. And as you can see here today, we're actually shooting on location at Coppins Restaurant and Bar in downtown Covington, located within Hotel Covington. But today we're actually going to be joined by Kyle, one of their top mixologists. So let me go ahead and introduce him. Kyle, thanks for being here, man.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. So when I actually came here, I actually spoke with James, and shout out to James Beddie. He's the beverage manager here at Coppins Restaurant. But after speaking with you both, I made one simple request. I said, come up with 007 different drinks using the Blackwell rum. And guys at home, I'll tell you what, they did not disappoint. Today, we're actually going to be doing 007 different drinks with the Blackwell rum, and Kyle, along with a coworker here, developed a very special drink specifically for the Bond Report. So we're gonna save the best for last today, so make sure you stick around to the end of the video so you don't miss that. There's gonna be a ton of great options for cocktails here today. But Kyle, you ready to do it?
Let's do it.
All right, brother,
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right, Kyle, so, one of my favorite things is rum, but I feel like something that's really popular just in, the libations community is also whiskey. Mm-hmm. So between the two, do you have a preference of what you like to mix better, and where do you kind of draw some creative inspiration from?
I do have a preference. Rum actually is my preference because, your molasses, your spices, kind of like the more island flavors that you would expect from something not bourbon.
Right.
My inspiration comes from just the uniqueness that it entices. Bourbon to me is just all the same, but with rum, you can definitely taste the differences. The spices.
The vanilla notes and everything
exactly.
in there.
Exactly. So that's kind of my inspiration. I like summery drinks, fruity drinks.
Yep. I like pina coladas too. All right. Well, so what's the first drink you're going to make for us today?
A daiquiri.
Perfect.
Little backstory to daiquiri. Daiquiri was introduced from Cuba to the United States in 1900 by a Navy officer who brought the recipe home with him. So we're going to start here with 3/4 lime, 3/4 ounces of simple syrup, and of course 2 ounces of the Blackwell rum.
Gotta have the good stuff.
Do a short shake.
I should have brought my maracas with me.
I prefer to put it in executive glass. Usually calls for a Collins glass, but the executive glass I feel like gives it a much better look to it.
You look like you've done this a time or two.
A couple of times. I sometimes like to add a mint sprig that's for extra little flair to it. I'm going to splat that to get the express. We've got a daiquiri.
That looks delicious. Look at that, guys. Woo. That is beautiful. All right, I'm going to give it the taste test here. Here we go. You get the lime right here. That's so smooth.
Put you on a tropical island.
Ooh, yeah. We're just getting started, guys. But make sure, mark this one down. Ooh. And back for seconds. All right, so we got one. So Kyle, tell me, a little bit about the history that is Coppins, because obviously, and everybody at home, they can kind of see the grandiose that is this building. Did this used to be something else?
This was a department store back in the day. Yes, indeed. My father, up on let's say probably 6th floor, had a dentist. His dentist office was upstairs. So this used to be a display of, come here on Sunday, get your Sunday best, your hats, your shoes, tailored things of that nature. So John Coppins, one of our drinks is called Knowledge here. John Coppins was running out of money, couldn't finish the building. Heard for rumors that this horse named Knowledge ran very well, and this day happened to be very rainy and muddy, and this horse was known to run very well in the rain and mud. Put his, I would say, life savings on it.
Really?
The horse won. He left the building, money coming out of his pocket, and that's how he finished this building, which is the tallest building in Covington at the time.
So this was a staple landmark.
Exactly.
It really is. It screams elegance here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, what are we doing for round 2?
A Mai Tai.
Ooh.
That's the most classic of tikis.
I love the fruit drinks myself. And that's the great thing, like even Kyle was saying, you can pair rum with so many different flavors because the notes and the spices pair so well. I don't want to drink all this because we got 7 drinks to go. I'm going to be smashed by the end of this.
Alright, so we're going to do 3/4 lime. Orgeat, which is the fancy term for almond syrup.
Almond syrup. That's a first.
I'm going to do a 1/4 of this.
And this is what I love about mixologists. They don't just have your cookie cutter kind of drinks you can get. They really think outside of the box. They think about ingredients in the same way a chef does. Would you agree?
Absolutely. 1/4 bit of Demerara here, which is just simply brown sugar simple. 2 ounces of our Blackwell.
Again, you can't forget the good stuff.
Absolutely.
What is it?
Dry curacao. It's a orange liqueur. Similar to your triple sec.
Also blue curacao, but different.
Exactly.
I know that because, again, I like pina coladas, so.
And we'll do some bitters. Jamaican number 2 bitters, which has grapefruit, hibiscus, and island spices. Bittercube bitters. Add ice. Give us a good hard shake.
Don't mind my bad dancing. That's free of charge.
Alright, we'll put this in a highball glass. Ooh. I like to do what they call a dirty dip. And we'll top that with another mint sprig.
Now, what is that technique called again?
We like to call it slapping,
Okay.
but it's also expressing the oils off the mint,
Okay.
so you get more of the flavor profile of it.
All right, so this is the Mai Tai. Blackwell rum, Coppins exclusive Mai Tai here. Now, keep in mind, guys, all of the drinks that they're making here today at Coppins, you can order these drinks here. They may or may not have the 007 rum, so I don't want to promise that. But they do have other dark rums that you could choose from. So if you are local here in Cincinnati, please feel free to come out, talk to Kyle. He can definitely get you hooked up. But I gotta try this now. I gotta go. Okay, here we go.
Don't let it go to waste. Get that almond.
You're
that
a magician,
orgeat,
sir.
That orgeat and
Magician.
that island spices.
I don't know which one. Okay. I'm gonna have this whole thing lined up. I can tell. So Kyle, tell me, man. Yeah, how long have you been a mixologist yourself?
Going on a little bit over 3 years now. I was always in banking. Funny story, yes, I had never bartended in my life, but it's kind of allowed me to express my creativeness, which I didn't think I had. Things fell in the right place, and I was like, this is a good time to take on a new career.
That's great, man. It puts you in a better mood. You feel better.
Absolutely.
You're surrounded with positivity. Speaking of positive energy, what's our third drink here, man? What we got?
This is called an Airmail. So back in 1918, the first ever letter was delivered from New York to Washington.
Okay.
First ever. From getting a letter from point A to point B, why not fly it? So this drink is inspired by that. This is a little bit more complicated.
We're not gonna have feathers, right?
Yeah.
No feathers.
Yep. So we're gonna do a 1/2 ounce of pure honey here. I'm gonna take a 1/2 ounce of lime juice. As you can tell, lime is our theme.
I was gonna say, yeah, I've noticed lime has been lime and mint, and I'm not mad about that because I enjoy both.
2 ounces of this.
Now, I'm assuming if anybody at home wanted to, and don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to disrespect the master, but if anybody wanted to increase the amount of rum, is that a preference of just how strong they like their drink?
By all means, yes.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to make it heavy, you can.
Okay.
And so this drink is going to incorporate some sparkling, some champagne, champagne.
Champagne.
We're going to do another short shake. We're going to put flute, 3 ounces of champagne.
All right. Here we go again.
It's called the Airmail.
The Airmail, that's right. Here we go. Oh, that is quite good. Oh, the champagne sets it.
Champagne
The
gets great.
champagne, man. That is something I can honestly tell you I never would have thought to put rum and champagne together. Wow.
You wait for the next song I'm going to give you. You would never think you'd put rum in that too.
Oh, wow. So, Kyle, obviously, you've worked with it now a little bit. what is something that you've noticed, maybe with the scent, how it's pairing, but something special that makes the Blackwell rum stand out from other rums?
Well, compared to Captain Morgan Bacardi, this is a lot more flavor, a lot more sweetness, a lot more molasses, a lot more island, what have you. You get more out of this than you would something mainstream like your Bacardi or Captain Morgan, your baseline. This, if you want to like upgrade to get something a little bit more flavor into it, I would definitely go with something like this.
Okay.
For sure.
So just a more robust
Absolutely.
kind of a feeling. Basically what you're saying is kind of like your craft beers versus your domestic beers.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, on to round 4. What do we got next?
Like I said, you wouldn't think you put rum in this, but I'm going to do a rum old fashioned.
Ooh, okay.
So I know it's a typical bourbon
It is.
drink, but we can use rum. Rum is so versatile. It's very easy to use. You can literally use it in any other combination if you want to. A Moscow Mule. Call it a Jamaican Mule.
Ah.
Do a 1/4 ounce of Demerara.
Yeah.
2 ounces of the rum. 2 dashes of Trinity bitters.
Ooh.
Trinity bitters
We see
are
those, yeah.
vanilla, citrus, and dried fruits.
So keep those in mind, guys. That's something that you're looking to recreate some of these. That'd be a great option to have at the bar.
Absolutely.
Thank you for that, Kyle.
Stir here.
Now this one is not a shake. This is a stir.
This is a stirred. The only stirred.
I was gonna say we've
You
been on
never
such a
shake
good
bourbon.
trend.
Never shake bourbon. Or rum. I mean, you can shake rum, but
I mean, obviously.
I'm going to, once again, dirty dump. I call it a dirty dump because literally you just dump it right in, but you get all the flavors without straining anything out. So it all goes into it. So this time I'm just going to put a cherry. Generally, an old-fashioned calls for a cherry and an orange, but I feel like that already has enough going in there, so I'm just simply going to use a cherry. And this is your rum old fashioned.
Great color. A lot of vanilla in that. Pulls
Little
a lot of vanilla
Yeah.
out of that. Ooh.
A little bit sweeter than your normal old fashioned.
Stronger, yeah. And it's gonna
more
be.
spirit forward, but
Yeah.
this one's it's a little sip. It's easier to sip. It's sweeter.
I like that a lot. Now, if you do want something to sip on, this is definitely not one of those that you're going to have 5 in a night. No. But, ooh, that's a really good one. All right. Let me reorganize these. I think we're going to run out of room. Okay, Kyle, so obviously Coppins is known for great cocktails, but more than that, there's a full kitchen here as well. So tell me about, what type of food would you think would pair best with the Blackwell rum?
I would say our filet mignon.
Yeah?
Filet mignon, yeah, it's got the zucchini, it's got a tomato confit, it's got black beans. I would definitely pair that with that.
So moving into the next drink for that meal, what do we got?
I'll go with a mojito.
Ah, one of my favorites. All right, I'm going to request a little extra mint on this because I love my mojitos super minty. Guys, I cannot recommend enough finding your local bar and asking one of your local bartenders to make you 7 drinks at their disposal for you.
So I'm going to take about 6 to 8 mint leaves, drop them all in the tin.
Kyle, thank you so much for this. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. So we're going to start with 3/4 lime juice, 1 ounce of simple syrup. It's one of your simple drinks with the lime juice, rum. Very, very summery.
Yes. No, I do love the mojito. Really, a big part of it was because when I was younger, I'll let him shake it because you gotta get him rocking. But when I was younger, the last Pierce Brosnan film was actually Die Another Day, and the most famous drink in that movie is the mojito.
Yeah?
We see Jinx, played by Halle Berry, and she goes ahead and tries that, and I think we all know the line, she can learn to love it if she has the time. But that was one of the first drinks I ever tried myself, actually, though, just because of that movie. And here we go. Now I have a Blackwell Rum Mojito. All right. I'm going to go ahead and push the mint down in there. Trust me, I have the time to learn to like this. I may hold on to this one. All right, Kyle. So, one of the reasons that I chose Coppins was because when you come in, and I'm going to show some shots here just around the building a little bit, but when you come here, this place really does feel like a place where an agent of Spectre or some spy business may take place.
Indeed.
And I'm sure you've seen your fair share of characters here.
Oh, yeah.
But with all of that, you get a sense of mystery. So we're moving into the next drink here. And this isn't the final drink. We're almost there. But what's your most mysterious drink that you can come up with the Blackwell rum?
The Dark and Stormy.
It's my favorite for a reason.
So we're going to do a ½ ounce of lime juice.
I love lime juice. I pretty much keep limes on tap at my place at all times when I mix because it always pairs well with rum. I do lime and cokes. That's my kind of casual go-to.
You kind of have to.
Yeah.
I mean, especially when you're mixing, rum.
Yeah.
Lime and rum are just like peanut butter and jelly.
Right, exactly. Hand in hand.
I did a ½ ounce of lime, a ½ ounce of simple syrup. I'm going to do 2 ounces
Of the good stuff.
of the good stuff, the 007. I'm going to add in some Jamaican number 2 bitters again.
So this is the other bitters he's using, guys. If you were wondering. I know there's a couple different kinds that he's got going on. To top it off,
It's black rum, just an ounce.
it's a little bit more rum because you can't have enough rum in a drink, I promise. Now, if I wanted to at home, I could top it off with more of the Blackwell.
Absolutely.
And Blackwell actually does make 2 different types of rum. They have this limited edition rum, and then they actually have their standard rum, which is also very, very tasty. Oh, and a lime wedge.
And lime. Dark and Stormy.
Look at the presentation on that one. All right, Dark and Stormy, here we go. Did you float that on top? Yeah. You can tell that was got a little floater on top there. Very aromatic though. Much more, I feel like, than the others. Very, very nice. So Kyle, we have 6 beautiful drinks here, but as we promised everybody at home, we're saving the best for last. So what do we got? What is the Bond Report drink from Coppins using the Blackwell rum?
Well, you got to watch me make it first.
Oh, shattered in mystery.
Alright, so we're going to start out here with 3/4 ounces of lemon juice. Hard change.
I know.
1 ounce of pineapple juice.
I do love pineapple.
Keeps that island tropical.
It does, it does, it really does.
Just a quarter ounce. It's not
A smidgen.
1.5 ounces of the Blackwell rum.
It's 1.5.
A ½ ounce of Pimento Dram.
Now, aside from my dashing good looks, was there something else that inspired this beverage?
That kind of segues into my revealing of the name.
Uh-oh.
We call this the Coppins Royale.
Ooh! We call this shot, ladies and gentlemen. He stepped up to the plate. It's gone. That's right. Kyle just hit a home run today. The Bond Report official drink of the day, using the Blackwell rum, is the Coppins Royale. And I am honored All right, I'll be over here in a chair. Hands down, and I'm not saying this to be funny. I'm really not. This is hands down my favorite.
That's the best one.
That's delicious. That is absolutely amazing. I'm going to put all the details in the description about the recipes for all of these beverages. So if you want to make these at home, you can recreate each one of these cocktails for yourself. I want to give a big thank you to Kyle, James, Megan, everybody here at Coppins. It's been a great experience. Like I said, I'm going to leave links down below for all of the recipes for each one of these amazing cocktails. Thanks for watching, and as always, Merry Christmas 007.